talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and on the Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGproject.io with the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga is the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And as you could tell, my voice, I've been fighting a little bit of bug lately. And but I'm still just happy to be here. It's been a couple days since I've checked in with you guys, and we've checked in with Dark Matter and the Anti-Gravity Project. Things that are very near and dear to my heart because they're my creation. And it's so good to have you guys here. We have Steve Stash in the house saying hello, peeps. We have CryptoCat saying good evening. Found my dark. That's right. CryptoCat 46 was in a dark place. Missing a couple of important crypto items in an event recently. I don't want to dox him. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, he was missing thousands of fuel cells, some dark, and keys to a fun thing that we've been doing here called the Pink Mistwell deal. He's been all over, by the way. I mean, I joke, diehard Hexicans here. So good to see you, diehard Hexican. Excuse me. And thank you so much for voting, you guys. Steve Stash, CryptoCat, diehard Hexican, Robert Brooker, Believe in Yourself. You guys have all been killing it, voting on Coin Market League and getting the word out. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. So let's see, where was I? I don't know. There's so much to do. So many boomer tabs to get to. Very interesting project that we've seen that I just kind of fell into, that at first I thought was a total scam. And it turns out it's a pretty cool project. I'm not making much money with it yet. Maybe, you never know what a token can do in the future. Excuse me. But I'll go over that too as well. See, boom, believe in yourself, showing up right there. Great job with the art for J7. Yeah, J7. We haven't even talked about that in a few days. We haven't talked about the lottery. We haven't talked about all the cool stuff. The title of today's stream is Dark Matter Still a Thing? Yeah, it is still a thing. Hexicans in the house as well. Good afternoon, our fearless leader Max. Been ages since I caught a live. Yep, I was doing them once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day with some other streams going on. And I would love to do more streams with people like Timothy Benjamin, for instance. Like we can jump over there real quick. And there is a stream going on right now. I caught a stream the other night with Rags to Riches and Chris from the Verse and the Real Mo something. And not to dismiss him, he's a cool dude. But they're talking about, what they've been doing with TFC and what they've been doing with the Alamo, and even another project that was mentioned by my good friend Triplet Dad. They have the Bria coin. Cryptocats remember the Alamo, the calm before the storm. It is kind of like a little calm before the storm. I believe I read on the Twitters that Trump signed into order something that makes it easier for people to put their 401ks into crypto. And if that goes through and people really start putting that, I think it's like $12.5 trillion or something like that people have in 401ks. I mean, why would you leave your 401k in something like Morningstar, Vanguard, hopefully 8% gain a year, when you could just sit in Ethereum or Bitcoin, and it crashes and it goes to hell every 4 years, but then it makes more X's than any stock has ever made in history. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Let's take things down for a bit. Let me sit in my chair. I'm standing up after a long day of grinding and working my fingers to the bone so that I can buy more dark. Yes, that's right. I have returned to the working world. I enjoyed 4 lovely, beautiful years of retirement, thanks to Hex and crypto, but mainly Hex. And then I started this channel and started trying to tell people about Hex and the staking and the community. And then, of course, that morphed into what we have now with dark matter, anti-gravity, and a lot of the things that I've learned in my journey in crypto. And we traveled a lot with the family, with the kids. Did some real deep personal work, real soul wrenching stuff that you might be able to do at a regular 9 to 5. You might not. I'm just saying, the last 4 years have been transformative and a huge blessing. And the thing about knowing what I know and experiencing what I've experienced in the last 10 years in crypto, I could literally go do any job anywhere. I could wash dishes. I could pick up dog poop. I could DoorDash. I could wait tables. I could whatever you want me to do, because I know now that money has nothing to do with who you are as a person. It does affect some of your options. It does amplify some of your behaviors, but you are not your bank account. You are not, you're not a lot of things. We go down that rabbit hole. That's a really deep philosophical rabbit hole. But number one thing I learned from working really, really hard to achieve financial freedom from the age of 16 to the age of 41 is that money doesn't bring happiness. Freedom doesn't necessarily bring happiness, because it's what you do with money. It's what you do with your time, with your passion, with your talents, with your network of friends and mentors, and just, I don't know, you're not your bank account. That's just one thing I just want to drop in there. You're not your bank account. I'm going to throw the link to join in comments here. Feel free to jump in here and join us here on this StreamYard link. And then, oh my gosh, so Brandon is at it again with the same people I was listening to the other night, and kind of jumped in, put a little, what I call them bags, but they're really more like cornhole. Those little corn bags that you throw. That's kind of what I have left in crypto at this point in the market, and that's I put some of that into Alamo and TFC, and I've been retweeting their stuff, so I'm not keeping it really a secret. Like I said, there's another really cool one going on right now that I want to get into that's flying under the radar and has no plans of not the radar. So I'll talk about that one as well. It's just, I mean, it's cool being what it is right now, and I like what they're doing, and I think it's kind of cool because it's basically for like Richard Hart's plan with the CFD token back in the day. So let's see here. I'm going to post this real quick in Twitter. I'm just going to say live right now. And then I'm also going to jump over there and excuse me, I'm going to jump over to Twitter here and show you guys what they're talking about real quick. So you guys can either jump over there if you want to, or you can join the replay gang, which I'm sure I'll be listening to that stuff at work tomorrow. Here's the link as well in Twitter. There we go. Both those are posted. Excuse me. So let me go back here real quick and shout out to Hexagon Lost in Asia. Hey, Hexaco. Frank White, Bang Bang Pulse Gang. Good to see you. And Diehard Hexagon says, hello, everyone. Max, real life happens. We all have to still do the best we can. Money is just another form of energy in motion. It's all good. That's I couldn't have said it better. Money is just another form of energy in motion. I like that a lot. So here, let me share my screen here and freeze my cute little face, share my audio, and drop that and come over here to X where this space is going on right now. We'll share this. Is it because I have this playing that this won't play? No, because I've got that one off. Let me just click on this one right here. Tonight should be interesting. Come on, here we go. There's mine. There's my stream that you're watching right now.
FC community when I say thank you, my brother. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, it's exciting times.
Hey, I just wanted to point out that TFC's at 82.4 million. What?
Let's go.
What? Hey, don't change. Stay who you are.
It's all coming together, Mo.
You look like a young Elvis Presley.
Million.
You look like a young Elvis Presley.
I was gonna go more for like, hey, buddy.
Okay, well, they're not talking about the token right now, but obviously Tim, the founder of TFC, good friend of ours. I haven't had a chance to link schedules with him because he's busy as well. But we'll be streaming when we get our stars aligned. And then, of course, Brandon Davis from Switch.win, Build the Tech, and Morpheus. They launched a token that's kind of like a sibling token to TFC. We'll be checking that out on the charts for sure. These guys are having a good time. Let's see.
Good number, bro.
Pretty
That
close to
pace,
100 mil.
it could be 100 million by next Monday.
Hey, Chris, you want to try to chart these charts, bro?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. But this is just gonna be me, throwing a needle in a haystack. I just want to make that crystal clear. So
don't hurt yourself, man.
like I said, when you got
This really kind of reminds me of Pink Miss Wealth in the early days.
Start talking about stuff when you got the MACD just like decorrelating. Like this is like an exponential of an exponential, and they didn't come close to touching since July 7th. And I don't think TA is optional at this point. So, but let's just look at the time frames and let's just look at the overall performance so far and just see how we're looking on the weekly, the daily, the monthly, and we can go from there. So the daily it looks like a parabolic curve when I was studying calculus 4, and the last time I saw something like this was during an exam, so that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, shout out to Goo God for getting this call so early. That's crazy.
This is the 3-day. 3-day looks absolutely beautiful. What was that saying? Today's top is tomorrow's bottom. You can definitely see that on the 3-day.
Yeah.
Week.
It's a beautiful chart. It just goes to show what happens when people just buy tokens and don't sell them. Community is everything. That's for damn sure. Community is everything. Hex-T's in the house. Ahoy, mates. Ahoy, Hex-T Armstrong. Yeah, speaking of Hex-T Armstrong, let's look at communities and then go to the collective and see how many more of Hex-T Armstrong's neighbors and friends I swear he goes door to door in his hometown and just takes people's phones, signs up for X and just jumps in here. This is so crazy. Like for instance, Miss Hex-T Armstrong, like who could that be, right? But he is adding to the community here. Matt T shares in the house, Snake Cologne, Ben, Leo, very cool stuff. And so we're all the way up to 73 members. We got to break 73. The next up, I love our goal to be like 100 members. But let's take a look at this. Steve Stash, who's in the comments right now, watching in chat, put together this beautiful race car right here, J7 F1 space race. So he's tapping into our F1 podcast we've been doing lately. Very cool, very cool. And then, of course, J7 Part 1, the launch by Axiom Icon, a.k.a. Pulsewave Vibe. Go ahead and go to Pulsewave Vibe on YouTube and sub to his channel. He's got some really cool videos, music videos that he has for the contest. So he's sitting at 10 votes. Steve Stash is at 21 votes. And Bright Light, which I freaking love this one right here, is 13 votes. You're so lucky, right? And then the poem by CryptoCat 46 is at 16 votes, and it's called The Collective Revolt. And it's a very, very motivational poem. I like that. I like that a lot. So anyways, go here to Anti-Gravity, go to The Collective, actually, on communities, and vote for these, retweet these, like them, retweet them, get the word out about the art contest. We've still got quite a while to go. Like I said, I've got to get back into the swing of things. But anyways, yeah, and you can see here these guys, the Verse, Mo, Brandon, Tim, these guys are all on the same stream, so you can actually add all those up. Good to them. Now, Fast is hosting a 6 million Pulse giveaway, MMA Down Under, featuring
but because I
this
kind
guy.
of like closed the distance each time and I crashed him with elbows, it gave him a big threat. So now you got a guy who he actually doesn't usually go backwards that much. He kind of like
so
goes
they're chopping
forward,
into
but,
MMA. I don't know who's going to win that giveaway, but 6 million Pulse could be worth a silly amount of money one day. Silly amount. Here we go. Back to X, as I was saying. Oh, I've already got it up here once. Okay. So anyways, join X, go there. If you're not on our Telegram, what are you doing with your life? It's t.me/anti-gravity saga. You've heard it in the rap from Corey and Investor. Elizabeth is in the house. Speaking of art contests, she's the winner of J4, very beautiful art J4. Hey, Hex-T, Elizabeth. So good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, as you can hear from my voice, had a little bit of a bug going on lately. Went to the doctor. Here's the crazy thing. You go to the doctor and, they give you over-the-counter Sudafed, but you can't get it over the counter anymore. You have to get a prescription. So I got a prescription for over-the-counter Sudafed that could finally clear up my congestion and whatnot and help me function as a human being. And it's just nuts that with the good old days where I could have just stopped at CVS or Walgreens and picked that up. But, You got the meth heads out there. That's meth heads. That's why we can't have nice things. That's why we've got to wait 5 days for a doctor's appointment just to get some Sudafed. Extended release ER. Good stuff. Because I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm just bitching a little bit. Just a little bit. So anyways, check in the green room. No one's in the green room yet. Jump in here. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to share my screen again and go back to our favorite website in the entire world. Yes, better than Amazon.com, better than Netflix, better than Deck Screener is this one right here, agproject.io. Amazing website. I cannot give enough praise to our devs for putting all this together and simplifying it and putting so much amazing information over here on agproject.io. As you can see, we have 4 days and 21 hours, almost 22 hours until lottery number 2. And a lot of people are watching lottery number 2, not because it's going to pay out an insane amount of dark. It's not. It's going to pay out 3,397 dark to roughly 900. There's about 900 winners in each of these drawings. 900 NFTs are going to be winning in each one of these. So, you know, that's going to give people 3 3/4 dark. That's pretty cool. To put 1 dark in for to give up 1 dark for a fuel cell and to get 3 3/4 back. That is a 375% APY on your token. That's badass. However, we have heard from the evil address. If you go up to the evil up here on the nav bar, navigation bar, as the cool kids call it. The evil, there's this scrape button that sometimes goes live. If this goes live, the evil address is sitting on somewhere north of 10,000 dark tokens that can be scraped and rolled into this 3rd drawing right down here. That'll happen in about 15 days, 21 hours and 56 minutes. So there's 11 days in between each lottery. And so once this is paid out and all the coast is clear, we expect to see this evil scrape button go live. And like I said, that evil scrape button is going to add an evil bonus of 10,000 or more dark right here to this final jackpot. So instead of giving out, you know, this is on the low end, this is conservatively, if this were up to 16,794 and we still had the same 900 winners, because remember, the winners are determined at the end of the minting schedule, minting window. So you have 11 days to mint each one of these journeys or series or rounds, if you want to call it that. And you have 11 days. And once those 11 days are over, no one can ever mint that journey's NFT again, which means that the lottery is set, the treasury is set, and your payments can only go up from what's projected. We can get into that on the My Fuel Cells page. But basically, like I said, if we rolled 10,000 into here and we, of course, divided it by the same 900. Oh, wait, I already did that. Jeez Louise. Let's try this. I had it on screen and I didn't realize that I already hit equals 900. I guess maybe a couple more than 900, but basically you're looking at 18.66 payout per winner of the last jackpot. And of course, the evil address is going to win the majority of these. And that's why he's flipping the switch preemptively. He does not want to go against people where there's a lot of users minting, because we had some big mints from the users in the past, and that's when it got rolled before, and a lot of that evil address's jackpot went to other people because it had less of a ratio, you know, it had less of less dominance of the NFTs. So he's taking this opportunity, which, by the way, let's jump over to My Fuel Cells so I can tell you guys what I'm talking about. Let me check in here real quick. Cape is in the house. Your bug is there watching you, Max. Hey, Cape, what's up? Hope you're having a good night, Max. And hi, believe in yourself. Hope all is well. Shout out to Tulamad Tulamaru. Huh. Hopefully victory is not too far away. I don't think it is. I think that this is the beginning of the fun part of crypto. This is the beginning of the bull run where crazy things happen with the economic energy that Die Hard Hexkin was talking about before. But let me jump back over here into anti-gravity. We went to my fuel cells, which is also on the front page, the home page. The all-time high was $135, and that happened on December 9th. So on December 9th, we hit our all-time high of $135. It's not on this screen. This is Dex Screener, but this is where, like I said, we have these interesting bull and bear, and this goes all the way back to our launch on 11/20 or 22/11. So the 22nd of November, 22/11/24, we launched, and here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 journeys later, almost 7. We're almost to our 7th journey of 33. And as you can see, we've been just murdered. Pulse Chain's been murdered. Ethereum had a pretty crappy time during this as well. Hart's Law was not our friend. But yeah, that was the all-time high back there. Our opening obviously was at $1. So we opened at $1, and then we started our airdrops, and then the whole market went crazy. Every one of our lotteries in the past has lined up with a Black Swan event in Pulse Chain. So not great. Like, we called this like the evil Nostradamus because it was doing that. And we got a few pumps on the bulls. This one we didn't pump. This one was a negative pump. This one was a V, just a nothing burger again. And then of course we pumped on the first lottery. We might pump again on the next lottery in a few days. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with our ecosystem or with Pink Mist Whale, which I'll get into the liquidity there in a second. But then we got the big boy right here. Should be August 24th, which is a very interesting day. That is the day that we will be packing up and getting ready to go to our annual trip to Burning Man and hanging out there with our friends. But right around that time, as Burning Man starts, we go into the Labor Day week, Labor Day weekend on the beginning of September. Then you got this big insane payout, which, like I said, could be as conservative as 18 dark per winner, could be a lot more. And then we have this next bull, and I'm starting to put these up in the sky because I think that we're in for some good times in Pulse Chain and crypto for sure. So going back here to, like I was saying earlier, as you can see, the evil address has been wiped out of Journey 1, Journey 2, and Journey 3 completely. It's been scraped of all of its lottery winnings completely, and those were all rolled forward. Journey 4, 5, and 6 are quite different because Journey 4 and 5, the evil address was nuked. All of its fuel cells were vaporized, or all of its NFTs were burnt in Journey 4 and 5, except for the lottery winnings. So the evil address has won lottery winnings in Journey 4, Journey 5, and Journey 6. And so we're trying to figure out what that number might or might not be here. It's going to be bananas. And like I said, the lottery journey, the NFTs that the evil address owned in Journey 4 and 5 could not be vaporized because they had not been scraped yet. So the evil address has about 2,000 winners, like 1,500 to 2,000 winners in Journey 4 and 5, and then of course the winners in Journey 6. And so that's actually quite a bit of, plus it won a bunch of those 1, 2, and 3 rollovers in Journey 4, right? And so, or in Journey 3 or Journey 4, it won back a bunch of the dark that was stolen from it. But again, as you can see, these pieces of pie show you how many users minted. So our biggest mint by far was Journey 4. It's got 22%. And the evil address has been wiped out of that one. It had like 122,000. Now it's down to 74,000. And every time the evil address has been wiped out and if nuked or had its fuel cells evaporated or vaporized, the payout has gone up on the table. So as you can see, Journey 1, all the Journey 1 NFTs have about a half of a dark in them. And after the payout in Journey 6, they'll have closer to 80% of a dark. Journey 2 had about 40% of a dark paid back that it's earned back. And then they'll have close to 60% and so on and so forth. But if you look at this last one, there's so few mints in Journey 5 and way, way fewer mints in Journey 6. I mean, 6 looks bigger now, but that's because the evil address is still in Journey 6. It's not really very much in Journey 5 or 4, except for the lottery winners like we were talking about before. So this 8% is going to have an even smaller slice of pie if the evil address gets hacked and its NFTs get nuked, vaporized, burnt forever. Remember, there's well over 600,000 NFTs and over 300,000 of them have been burnt. Like they're gone forever. They don't get payments from the treasury, and very few people are going to be winning this lottery. And that's why so many people have been taking advantage of the Pink Mist Well deal, which basically says here at the Pink Mist Well, you can send 1 million Pink Mist Well tokens. Oh, that's not where I want to go. Here's where I want to go. Yeah, you can send 1 million Pink Mist Well tokens, which is this address right here. Oh, no, not that. Let me throw it in here. I don't know. It's sometimes that you can copy and paste off of YouTube, and sometimes you can't, depending on your device. But yeah, here's the Pink Mist Well token address right there. You can send 1 million of those tokens to the Pink Mist Well address. And that is this address right here, ends in 8090. Our patron saint of who's really, really just done benevolent, beautiful, amazing things for our ecosystem. So you send it right here to this address. And for every 1 million that you send to the Pink Mist Well address, you get 10 J6 fuel cells, which you can't mint anymore, and 1 dark. And so far, Hex T. Armstrong has been just abusing this. He's been taking advantage of it, where a lot of people are just sleeping because he wants as many of those winning lottery tickets and high yield payouts. Because look at this. It took Journey 1 like 3 payouts to get like a 13%, like 0.13 or something like that. It took like at least 2 or 3 journeys to get paid that much. J6 is getting paid that much on its first payout, and that's before the evil address is taken out of the running. So once the evil address is taken out of the running, as you can see, Journey 5 is bumping from 0.1 to 0.41. So from 10% of a dark up to 40%, because you can see the difference that wiping out the evil address has done. Also, Journey 4, went from like 0.12 to doubling to 0.25. So it's very, very interesting to see what's going on. The evil address is a smart contract that is set to mint a certain percentage of its entire supply over the 33 journeys. And it minted about 39,000 of these 56,000. And so, I mean, what's 50s? And granted, this includes the winners of the jackpot too, but let's see, 56,620 minus 39.5 is what it minted, give or take. That leaves 17,000. So this one has 26,000. Journey 5 has 26,000. Journey 6 could be closer to 17, maybe 18, 19,000. It'll be the very smallest slice of the pie. It will be one of the most rare NFTs going forward. So check that out. Here we go. Cape Figure one never knows where those seeds will sprout. I'm fine with this, so I'm going all in on the planting, especially when I don't feel like it. Shout out to Telmadu. By the way, Max, I know the book is already written, but it's possible we have so many journeys that you can write a new book starting at Journey 7 and maybe add some new characters, because I would love to write some new songs to include new characters. Just a thought. I love the book is still a work in progress. There's still some very serious problems that the reviewers found. It's like a patchwork quilt at this point. There's several authors, including myself, and it definitely needs some more love, and it needs some more tokenomics baked into it, some more winks and hints and Easter eggs. By the way, if anyone has had trouble with a Solano ad in their memo wallet on their mobile, stopping them from seeing homepage, reload it by swiping down, and that should clear it. Okay, cool. So there's the addresses. We have Mr. Hex T. Armstrong in the green room. Let me bring him up here right now and see if he is alive, if he has audio, if he has video, before I jump into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. How are you doing tonight?
Well, I know it gets cliche, but better than I deserve, for sure.
Awesome. Have you played around with the moon math on your NFTs?
Of course, it's fun.
You ever put in like
fun, but
crazy numbers just for the heck of it, just on a whim?
Sure. You got to put that out in the universe.
And then scroll down to see what the cash value of some of these NFTs could be in the near future.
What I am really thrilled about is, depending on what the final payouts are and whatnot. Now, I'm going to flex a little bit. I'm officially a Sonic Shark. But I'm heavily I'm heavy in J3s. But what's amazing is after the Journey 7 payout, I'm going to almost double, not quite, just under. I'm going to almost double my total dark in my NFTs.
Isn't that crazy? If you guys don't know what he's talking about, if you look right here on this table,
you've got my
you see the total dark value right here in your total dark. So I've given up 118 dark to mint NFTs from this address right here, which, as you see, is a dark dolphin. I need 52 more NFTs to reach Sonic Shark. But if you go along this, you'll see that after J6 payout, I will have 42 dark. So I'll go from 16 dark returned in APY to 42 dark. And then the next one, like he was saying in Journey 7, depending on how the payouts go, I might come close to breaking even with this. And then everything else is gravy. Everything else is house money, right?
Mm-hmm. And if you think it's valuable, you can dump my address in there and just, because everyone's graph there, everyone's table is going to look a little bit different depending on how you were able to mint and take advantage of which journeys. And I want to give a shout out to the Amish kid. I hope you got funds together to get your engine in your car fixed, but I will never sell those NFTs you had to give up on Pulse Market app, and I wish you nothing but the best. But trust me, they're in good hands.
Nice, and that's really what I envision a time where obviously we want the price of dark to go to the moon, right? But at the same time, the cool thing is that like those that are impatient and don't want to wait or sell their NFTs. They can always vaporize here. You put your fuel cell in there, you vaporize it, and that whatever dark matter is inside the fuel cell will show right back up in your wallet. We tested that and used that.
But Max, too, Pulse Ray, life happens. It's okay to take a profit. If you paid yourself forward and that capital is there for you, I mean, you can't live in regret. That's one of the things that. That's just one of those things that is so beautiful about this game theory and about this project is I can go weeks at a time and not look at connect my wallet to the best website in the universe. But when I do, it puts a smile on my face. And like I said, if you think there's value to show the our audience and the replay gang, look at my distribution and then just scroll from left to right. It's amazing how quickly I'm already earning back what I quote unquote invested in the NFT. And it's more than that. The network that you have helped me guide me towards on PulseChain, the network across multi-chains now, our community of diehards, the network is what is beautiful. The green that we're seeing there on that chart is just kind of the icing on the cake. And I mean that with all sincerity.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing. This is the best damn community in crypto, hands down. Like, I will stand by that. I will stand by that till my dying breath. This is an amazing community that has helped build a universe and a beautiful community of just like story and art, passion, music, you know, just and even memes. We still have not put your face on the blockchain.
Yeah.
We still have it.
I have to correct you.
Mhm.
You're only half right. I'm waiting for that juicy payout.
Mhm.
But I'm a little partial to J6, and I always will be.
Yeah.
But everybody out there, I know it was kind of memeish when I posted it because we were lacking on art.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of hard to tie into our project. And I am serious about dark matter. I've been able to pitch it to some degens that are actually coming around and realizing, oh my gosh, this is more than a meme coin. I mean, this is something that's on blockchain that's going to be around for a long, long time. And they see the charts and they see the game theory. And other NFT artists are blown away by both our art. Congratulations to our previous winners, and the tokenomics and just and we can still degen with the Pink Miss Well. You know, I know we're all hurting right now. We're waiting for some green candles to come in and take some of that profit so we can do some of the fun things that our website has to. But what I explained to them, the Pink Miss Well and the side token, and it just blows them away because they get it, they see it, and then they look at the chart and they see the chart, you know what it is, and they're like, who would ever thought to take a pump tires token and make it basically a transactional currency?
Yeah, and that's like it says, CryptoCap 46 says you do not have enough Pink Miss Well. You don't have enough Pink Miss Well. You really don't, because there are people that bought Pink Miss Well. Let's pull up the Pink Miss Well chart here. There's people that picked up Pink Miss Well for incredible amount of zeros down here. Like when the Pink Miss Well dumped its stash, because everyone was buying and sending it to the Pink Miss Well. They were getting a bunch of NFTs back here in February, and the Pink Miss Well did entire market sells of this entire supply and bought back into dark, because the Pink Miss Well loves dark and loves the NFTs. And over time, we realized that we were feeding the bots. We were losing economic energy to the bots. And so we told the Pink Miss Well, hey, just stop selling it. Just hang on to it and maybe use it as liquidity against dark, right? Pair it to liquidity so they both go together with Hart's Law. And so some of these people got their Pink Miss Well, they got 1 million Pink Miss Well for $20, for $10, right? Those were the good old days, right? Some people got.
I did hint, nod, wink. I might have done that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
and
then there's
I'm
like
grateful for the opportunity. But what I really like is you put that chart on the weekly. That chart could actually go against any pump tires token out there. Now I know we got Bria pumping and we've got some other meme tokens pumping, but you know that's a pretty damn good chart right there.
That is up and to the right, as
Yep.
a certain famous person might say.
That's something to be proud of. Forget the liquidity, forget the actual market cap. We did that with a band of 40 or 50 renegades.
Yeah. It only takes us a group of like 5 or 10 people to paint a chart to Valhalla. Does not take a lot. So yeah, this is good. Right now it's $153 for a million pink Miss Well. At
An absolute
history, it was as
bargain,
high as like
not financial advice, but
$300-400.
that's an absolute blue Kmart blue light special for all of those over the age of 38.
I remember the blue light specials at Kmart. Yeah, check. So like if this, like I said, and this it's already tied. It's got 34K liquidity tied to Pulse. So if Pulse pumps, it's going to pull this up with it. This isn't very heavy for Pulse to pull up with it. But then at the same time, if Dark goes up as well, it'll be pulled from both directions, if that makes sense. So you'll have two big ones. And then if the Pink Miss Well decides to honor us again with some liquidity, remember the Pink Miss Well had almost $500,000 of liquidity tied to Hex back in December, right? Like before Pink Miss Well was even a token. And you know, if the Pink Miss Well decides to pair some of its core coins with Dark, then that would also just shoot us up with the rest of the ecosystem. So yeah, you don't have enough Pink Miss Well for sure. Let's see here. Yep, the sound is a pound. I love being a Sonic Shark and mint every journey and will do so as long as I can. I believe in what Max has dreams, what Dark will be. Thank you so much. You can get some cheap viewers on Streambo. Thanks to Jabax on Twitch, my one and only Twitch viewer. You're right at CryptoCat. I don't have no dry powder. Unfortunately, I'm all in. Hey, Max, just had to stop by, quick say hi. Hey, Rich, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hopefully my Allegiance C will pay me the tenfold, if not even more, in Hex. Quick question, and Hex T. What are your thoughts on Lode's DeepSeek AI? For some reason, keep telling me again and again to invest in it after I deleted and re-asked questions. I've never heard of it. Meaning to invest at $35. Lord Lodes, not T-share, T, LOL. Yeah, so I'm not sure about that one. Okay, but what I was saying at the very beginning that I lost along the way was I see a day when the NFTs are traded like Michael, like I said, like basketball cards, like Pokemon cards, like really special high value Magic the Gathering cards, right? Where people are like, they're not vaporizing, they're not burning or ripping up that Michael Jordan rookie card. They're trading it, you know. So like you said, you came in nice and heavy on J3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
and
yeah.
so J3 it's a decent piece of pie. It's 16%.
And thank you, Collective. And
Yeah.
I mean, thank you, Collective, for doing God's work for the community.
Yeah. And now here's the deal. Like I said, if we go over here to Pulse Market app, there might be a time when there's quite a market for these NFTs. And so you may be able to be selling some of your 3s and picking up some more 6s, or, you know what I mean? Everyone might have a chance to balance out their portfolio. As you see, these are the 18 that are going to have Hex T Armstrong's face on them. I have a couple images in mind that are quite fun, but they definitely involve space.
Yes.
and so that's what these will be. This NFT right here, in honor of AJ Rip City Cuts, AJ Rip City Pulse. This is just a piece of the amazing music video he put together called Darkness Falls, which we've watched 100 times here, and we'll probably watch it again. But you can literally see the dark matter. Let me zoom in here. You can literally see the dark matter morph into a fuel cell. Oh, this is really big. It's really, really big. Hang on one second. Here we go. And by the way, shout out to Elizabeth Mack.
Yeah.
What a beautiful and centered, and I think it's a very captivating piece that she won J4 with. And so yeah, you can literally see the dark matter token turn into a fuel cell in that little GIF right there. So yeah, big shout out to our our dev Eddie, who, by the way, if anybody needs devs, if anyone hears of anyone saying, "Hey, I need some front end, back end, or Solidity devs," give me a call. My devs are looking for work right now. They've accomplished a lot of stuff on this project for now. They're still going to be working on it in the future. But like I said, if anyone knows anyone, I'm going to have to reach out to like Triplet Dad and Brandon from Build the Tech and let them know they're just some killer devs that just work really, really hard. They won't even, this is weird. They won't accept payment until the work is done and I'm 100% satisfied. That I've never, ever seen that in crypto before. It was always like, what's your budget? Money up front, right? And that has not worked out very well for me and a few other people. But yeah, if anyone knows anybody who's looking for front end, back end, or Solidity devs, hit me up. I'll definitely get. I should probably just do a post in the community and put their Telegram handles there for people to reach out. But yeah, that's what I see. I just see a big market full of these that just keep getting more and more dark. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I hate to put you on the spot, and you did a really good job the other day going through and kind of summarizing where we're at supply wise. Are we still basically outside of maybe that V3 liquidity pool and whatnot? Between the treasury, the mystery box, between all the smart contracts and the top whales that are standing firm, are we still over like 93% of the supply basically off, not available to purchase anywhere on blockchain or on OTC? Or is it even maybe a little bit higher than that?
Let's pull up our handy dandy calculator. And this is the number that I try to drill into people's heads when I try to give them the urgency of, I mean, buying, what is it, $6 dark today? $6 dark, like literally $6 dark of something that is the supply is going to zero. So it'll be the first crypto that I know of where the circulating supply outside of LP is zero.
Yep.
There will be no, like if you look at this list right here, there will be no wallets. I mean, granted, the mystery box would probably be spared, but it's been providing a lot of liquidity. But all these whales, all these addresses, and look, it goes down to 90. If you go to the first page, a lot of these are liquidity pairs, but there's a 90 in this wallet. In the number 50 wallet, they have 90 dark. That's it. So like I said, let me jump back up here and just do some quick math because I believe the number we were getting was much, much higher. But okay, so you got 42% of the entire supply that's locked in the treasury and the NFTs, right? So 42 just 42. Plus you have 35.51% that is that is still in the evil address waiting to be minted into the treasury and the lottery. So that over time, that's all going to be pumped into there, right? So 35.51. Then you've got 6.77% in the jackpot box. So there's 67,000 dark sitting in the jackpot box that have either not been scraped or are ready to roll and be given out in the future. Hint, hint. And then of course you've got 4.87% that's in the mystery box. That's been doing the giveaways and liquidity providing.
Yeah.
You've got this top mystery well right here, which is 2A8CE, sitting on 3.97%, so just under 4% right there. And then you've got then you got the pink mist well, who's sitting on 1.56%. And then you've got this mystery well right here, which has, these are all like, we've seen the same minting out of these three addresses right here. So we'll say plus 1, plus 0.7, plus 0.5, right? So that gives us 96.88%.
Oh.
And then you have this. This is weird. I was looking all over for this smart contract address right here. The smart contract address is V3 liquidity on 9mm, has 3,818 dark in it, and just a little bit of pink Mistwell. I'm
Is
not
that
sure
been-
which.
Is that
which
been in the
range
range
it's
or has it
to.
been dormant? Has
I
that been in the
think it's-
range?
I think it is in the range barely because it goes off of the pink Mistwell and dark token ratio,
Yeah,
which doesn't move a lot
sure.
because they move in tandem. But so let's add that right there. Let's add that 0.38% because I'm sure whoever owns it is probably part of the OGs if they've got that
Mhm.
much just to lock up. So now we're at 97.26%. So this is the part I try to drill into people's heads when I pull up the Nostradamus chart. When we launched here in the first few days, probably the first week, 11% of the supply was outside of the mystery box, the evil address, out of everything right there, out of the treasury, everything. So there's
And now
11% on the market.
Now there's less than 4%.
Now there is
About 3.5%, 3.2%.
2.74%,
Mm-hmm.
which times a million, which actually there's less than a million because 700 of them have been burnt.
Yes.
721 to be exact have been burnt.
Yes.
No, that's not right. That was because I did 0.02. So we see here 0.0274 times a million tokens. Yeah, there's 27,000 available. And when I say available, I don't know if they're actually available. I just know that there's 27,000
Unaccounted for. They're
once you
unaccounted
go
for.
under these
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 top 10 addresses. There's 27,000 dark matter that are not in the top 10 addresses.
And I've locked up. I've locked up, and with the help of the Pink Mistwell and the benevolency of the community, I've locked up 170. Two? Getting that Sonic Shark was just. It just kind of the timing was right, and we're kind of having some pre-alt season pumps. We're getting kind of giddy. I know we're not out of the woods yet. I know a lot of people still down, but I see nothing but positive with this project. And no one, just like Pulse Chain, no one knows Pulse Chain in the greater community. And I'm finding that because I've been hanging out in some spaces with some cross chain crypto chads or traders or whatnot. Who are completely douchey, but I humor them anyway because they're coming into our space. But no one knows about dark matter, and when that chart gets out and the word gets out, supply shock's going to be a real thing.
How many people do you think are in Pulse Chain and know of Pulse Chain?
Well, let's just say people that have been in crypto for more than 8 years. I think there's probably less than 1,500 people that have at least 8 years of experience in crypto in Pulse Chain. Now that doesn't mean there's more holders outside the chain that might have got an airdrop or whatnot or on board, but I'm talking about builders, and I'm talking about people that have had communities, on other chains that have come over and made Pulse Chain, followed Richard over and made Pulse Chain their home chain. I'm gonna say like 1,500 people. But that's just an educated guess. That's not as many users, but what I would consider stakeholders, if you will, plank owners of Pulse Chain. And I think I'm earning that position very quickly. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that Pulse Chain is my chain.
Wow. I like that. I like that a lot. And Pulse Chain is the most decentralized, which is important. And a lot of the things that it is lacking right now, I believe, are going to be built and fixed by the community first, and then by Richard second.
Yeah, and you inspired me. I really thought maybe it was tongue in cheek, Jason. When are you going to start streaming? So I've been really active in spaces, and I've tried to bring something to the table. I've tried to ask that normie question that everybody's afraid to ask, but I know as as an electrical inspector, and I know as a journeyman teaching apprentice and electrical instructor, sometimes you got to guide that conversation. You've got to be the one that isn't afraid to ask that question that will start a conversation that's really meaningful and engaging for the audience. So the other week, I think about 10 days ago, Tangent, who I really have gotten to know quite well. I've spent a lot of time together over on Telegram, and I like what he's doing, trying to resurrect the Tang gang on Pulse Chain, the ones that didn't leave, and it's differentiating Tang gang on Pulse Chain versus the legacy gang that kind of picked everything up and went over to Chia, and he's trying to build a bridge between the two halves of the Tang gang. And this is not an endorsement of the Tang gang, but as a person, Tangent is really passionate, and he is one of the clearest, most concise voice of why you should be on Pulse Chain. But we had a space with a buddy came into a friend, and it's called the Yeet Coin. And this is not a shill, but so I saw that the room was kind of lacking, right? And I was at work, driving around, so I joined and got to know the dev with Yeet, and within an hour, we had 300 people in the room, and I went out and did one inspection, and I come back and RG3 speaking, and Fast is in the wings there on the mic. It was fantastic space.
Awesome. I was just doing some little research here while you were talking. We've got about 1,200 addresses out of the 1,600 that are still dormant with the airdrop.
Yeah.
So out of those 27,400, 2,400 of those are basically in what I would consider dormant wallets, where people have not come back to do anything with their dark or with their 2 J1 fuel cells that we gave out during the airdrop. So yeah, that puts it way closer to 25,000 tokens that are not in the top 10 addresses or in dormant addresses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sad thing, Hex T, URI experience will mean nothing moving forward because AI can answer every question every newbie might have, and not only answer it, but also implement it.
Yeah, Cape, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're active. However, you get in a space and you get active, and you can feel that energy. We are still social creatures. Yes, is AI going to further splinter communities, further splinter families? Are those AI girlfriends and boyfriends, are they going to wreak havoc? Yes, but there's always going to be the great. I believe, maybe I'm naive, but I'm an optimist. We're always going to crave the companionship of others, of like-minded people. And I don't think a robot or an AI can ever produce what we have between spiritual and physical connection.
I agree with that. And it'll be a long time before AI does certain things like electrical work or trades work. I mean, that's like very far out in the future as far as I'm concerned, that they get something down to that point. Steve Stash says, no dark in my wallet to delete. Steve Stash is what we call a fuel cell maxi. He's also one of the most unlucky people to ever play the lottery. He's minted silly amounts of NFTs and won very, very few lotteries. I feel bad for him. Like, you never know. Like this could be the lucky day, right?
Yeah.
Right. So anyways, cool. So I think I've covered most of the stuff I wanted to cover on our website. I did want to jump into another crazy project that I've been in contact with them, just messaging back and forth, jamming with these guys. Let's see here. If you go to Twitter and you go to Dr. Doge, which at first, as soon as I saw the Doge, I was like, oh no, what's going on here? And then the doctor was like, okay, what's this about? Let's see here. Dr. Doge, if you go to his page right here, is the first useful meme on Pulse Chain, turning evil miners into science heroes. And it had a contract address, and it talked about, you know, where you could buy it and the liquidity and the locked forever liquidity and stuff. And I thought, oh, okay, it's cool. It's a cool meme coin that's basically jumping off of the shoulders of Richard Hart. You know, when he talked about the CFD token, when he talks about, hey, why don't we use our mining power to fold proteins for science and solve real world problems and be paid for that? And these guys have done it. These guys have literally done it. I talked about these guys a couple of times before, but it basically, you go to foldingathome.com, right? Sorry, foldingathome.org, right? And you download this thing, and then you basically give it your GPU and your processing power, and it folds real actual proteins for real actual science, for real actual health, for extension of life and things. So like if you look at core, so if you look right here, I'll show you guys everything that I've mined and all the coins I've been given. It's not a lot of money, but it is fun as shit. So here's the project. So this is 12456 and 13012. So I was lending my GPU to this process and paying, giving them some electricity. And if you go to the projects, let's see, 12465. So one of these 12465 right here, if you look at what I'm actually doing, what I'm working on is I'm looking on a cancer project right here. Key challenge in computational drug discoveries, developing and testing methods to predict experimental partition coefficients for the relative solubility of organic molecules in aqueous versus nonpolar media. The logarithm of the partition coefficients log p is an important predictor of lipophilicity, which dictates the bioavailability of drugs. This CPU project is testing expanded ensembles EE simulations as a method for the calculation of log p, and seeing if force field selection affects these calculations. So a lot of this is theoretical math and theoretical quantum science, where I believe another one I was working on earlier was for Alzheimer's. And it was literally simulating sending sonic waves at water to see how the water affected having to do with the way that the brain works for Alzheimer's. So, and some of them say targeted unspecified, which maybe it just doesn't fit into one of the easy regular things. And this one right here, oh, I think this other one is Alzheimer's, right? So what was the other one I was looking at? Was 13012. Let's find 13012. 13012 right here, that is unspecified. So this is supercharged fluorescent protein designs. So like, it's not fluff. This is like a very serious project, the Folding at Home project. And basically when you sign up here and you go into your link, you just use Dr. Doge underscore, and then you just put your MetaMask or OKX or Rabby wallet address right here, any EVM wallet address. You put it here when you sign in, you use their team, and then it gives you a passkey on your email, and you have to come back with the passkey, but then you just set it up. And then I've got my NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 enabled. So when I'm not, and here's the funny thing, I can't stream when this thing is running and use my camera. My camera won't turn on because it's using so much of my NVIDIA, my graphics card. But that's okay. Like I just pause it when I jump on here. But I wish it showed you the I wish it showed you all the ones I completed, because I've completed a shitload. So like it basically gives you points per day. So it'll reward you points, and you don't get the points unless you let it finish. So you want to let it finish. And then it records your points on the team, on the Dr. Doge team. And then those points are paid out every, where are my Dr. Doge windows here? Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I'm gonna have to pull it up right here. So yeah, it's drdoge.net. And I think they're paid out like every 24 hours or something to that effect. And there's also something in this project that blew my mind as far as dark matter and anti-gravity. So they got a really cool website, and talking to these guys, I don't know if English is their first language necessarily, but they do have a lot of things really built well. Like for a project, I'm very blown away by these guys because, like I said, first of all, they found a way to get rewarded and mine tokens by folding proteins, which is awesome. And it goes into this stuff. Let's see, there should be a payout countdown or something like that, like the next payouts in whatever thing. Let's see, things, boring page, such science. Yeah, they got a great sense of humor. They got a great how-to video to walk through setting all this up. And I think you can also earn another token on top of this. There's another like Cure Coin or something like that that might be on Ethereum, but they have their contract audit from Hashlock, and then their forever locked wallet contract. So they had this audited to let people know they can't pull liquidity from their forever lock contract. And I believe it has, let's see here, where is it? Dr. Doge. Let me go to here. Bria. Oh, I don't think I have Dr. Doge saved yet. Let's try it here. I think it was about a penny.
Is
and
it
I
on
don't have a lot of
Is it
them.
on Pulse Chain?
It's on Pulse Chain.
Wow.
Pulse Chain
okay.
only. So
Ah.
here's the Dr. Doge chart right here. It's a good looking chart.
I
That's
like that
the
chart.
weekly chart. Here's
Yep.
the daily chart.
No,
Started at
bullish.
like
Bullish.
about half a penny. Now it's about a penny and a half. It's not bad, but I never wanted to buy these because I thought to myself, I want to see if these guys can really do what they say they're doing, which is I will get Dr. Doge token for folding proteins. And I did it. And it wasn't easy. It does take a second to get through their tutorial.
Yeah.
And I did invite them on stream, and they're like, well, no thanks. Like, they're really not pumping this at all.
But
they're
think
really
about
trying to make this grow organically.
but thinking about integrating blockchain with real life R&D, and what just think if you're part of a gene splice, or you're part of one of these projects that finish and leads to actually a real breakthrough that's not gate kept and is given out to the world at a reasonable price, not at the whim of big pharma or big medicine, and we actually, help a segment of the population to live a fuller life, either with less pain or with less dependency on others. Which there's nothing wrong with depending on others. That's what we're here for, through thick and thin. But just think, you're getting paid to show that blockchain and IRL are very much can be intertwined.
Yeah. That's why, like, I wanted to do this. Obviously, is to test the concept, but with crypto. But also, like you said, if I mine for a year or whatever, and I actually am making a difference, then that's great too. Like, I mean, I didn't know about folding at home until I found out about this, saw this. I think it showed up on Twitter or something. Like, I think they followed me. Are they following me? They've got to be following me because I've been talking to them. But yeah, so I'm following them, and they follow me. So they started following me, and so a lot of projects will follow you, especially if you are a streamer or a founder, hoping that you'll talk about them. And
Sure,
I looked at a
absolutely.
whole bunch of crazy, horrible projects that follow me, and I might follow them back, but I might also mute them, right?
Yes.
So anyways, I started reading this, and I'm like, there's no way they actually pulled this shit off. No way. So instead of before I even contacted them, I started following the tutorial, setting it up. And as you can see, this is the wallet I use right here, the same like demo wallet.
You mean you did your own research?
Yeah, don't get any ideas, people. What you should do is listen to someone who sounds like they're rich on YouTube or Twitter and just throw your money at whatever they tell you to. That's what you're supposed
And,
to do.
yeah, and get excited when they make 5 bandos.
Yeah,
If they
yeah,
use the term 5 in bandos,
Bandos.
yeah. If you, you know, just giggle, laugh,
Yeah.
and if it's entertaining, you can finish watching. But just remember that they're trying to act, not
Yes.
act, but they're trying
performing.
to they're performing.
They're trying
performing.
to influence. They're
Yeah,
influencers, right?
influence. Yes.
So the very first day I did this, I think I was like right at the bottom of the turnover. Like I didn't get a lot in there, so I got 1 Dr. Doge token the first day I set it up. The next day I got 18 tokens, and then I got 25, 17, and 13.
Wow.
So I've only been doing this for like a few days.
Yeah.
But like I said, I also haven't had a chance to stream as much as I'd like. So I am up to a whopping 74 Doge, which is worth $1.15 right now. That is the fortune that I have amassed by mining Dr. Doge token. Now, don't get me wrong, this could go somewhere. And where the hell was that? I got to share.
Hey,
you guys
but
this.
hey, brother, though,
Yeah.
let's put things in perspective. Are we still at pulse chain? And forgive me for not having the chart. Are we still like real close to half sack? Whatever that half sack rate, I think we're real close.
think
To,
so.
just remember,
Oh yeah. So
you know,
here's the
a
payout:
million
2 hours
pulse
and
used to
18
come-
minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah, a million pulse would, even when I got in back in December, we had that little bit of a fall off after the Interpol FUD and the SEC. I was getting a million pulse for like $20. A million pulse, I don't think it's $20 anymore. I think it's a little bit more than that.
I
think it's like $80. Yeah, I think it's like $80 now.
Let's remind each other.
Yeah.
There were Bitcoin faucets back in the day when I was running a node for the Bitcoin network back in 2015. A little bit before then, before the first huge spike, there were faucets that were giving out 10 Bitcoin every 24 hours. You could go to these websites if you had a Bitcoin wallet, that file, and you could receive 10 Bitcoin a day. Imagine if you did that for a month.
And then you held it.
Yeah, and then you just sat on it. Like seriously, this is a little bit like a faucet, a little bit, like in 2 hours you get paid again for participating, which is cool. And I really enjoy learning about this stuff. But like you said, it's got this locked liquidity with Pulse. So it's got 80K of liquidity, which is nothing to sneeze at. It has a $60,000 market cap and $80,000 of liquidity. The liquidity is $20,000 more than the market cap.
Yeah, you almost never see that.
No.
Usually you see a good chart that's going to have like 10% lick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that. So that's amazing. And this is locked in V2. So it's equal parts, right? 40K of Dr. Doge and 40K of Wrapped Pulse. So these guys, they put their money where their mouth is, which I like a lot. But let me see if I can find in one of these boring papers, the boring page. Dr. Doge token supply allocation, read boring text. This is the part that blew me away. So let's see, the shorter, the launch, token supply allocation. Okay, yeah, so that's where it is. No, that's not. It's the issuance. It's like 3 years after launch. They have plans 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 20 years after launch. They have plans. So they're really looking out in the future. But there is an issuance chart right here. I got to zoom in. So this is it's to the quite a few powers more, but this is actually the exact follow of the treasury payout from dark matter from anti-gravity. So it starts at 3%. There starts at 300,000 in year 1. Year 2, so it goes down by 10% every year. So this is literally the interest rate that each journey is paying out right now. So journey 6 right now is going to pay 1.77%. So this is like, it was just crazy that they started with a 3, went down by a factor of 10%. You know, I read this and all of a sudden I was like, holy shit, have they been watching our streams? Have they been looking at our spreadsheets? So I just thought that was really, really, really cool. But like I said, the issuance of the token goes down over time. And I that made me kind of cool. I thought
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can get it to run and load on my my just run of the mill laptop. I've got one extra laptop. I'll just see if, even if it is buggy and only I'll see if it's gonna work. I'd like to think you wouldn't need to have a $7,000 rig to make this happen, but obviously,
mine's not that
there's probably
expensive, but mine was pricey back in the day. I got this about 3 or 4 years ago. I'm sure they have way more expensive ones now, but there's the hash lock on it.
I don't want to keep you going because I know you're working man now. You're working stiff, and congratulations, congratulations for doing the right thing, finding some money. I just donated to the vampires. I got another $70 today, on its way to Pulse Chain via my OX Coast and Stoic in the boys and Old Glory Bank. But I want to just leave this in all sincerity. You all matter. The replay gang, if you come across this, and this is you played it on 2x speed to make both Pulse Ray and myself sound intelligent. Slow down for this part, because you do matter, and you are of immeasurable worth. And I've been saying that as I leave spaces and whatnot, and I need to celebrate. I'm knocking on 297 followers, and I want to thank everybody for hitting that follow button, taking the time to scroll down, hopefully liking what you see, or at least realize I'm not a douchebag. And I want to give anybody that's following me, I want to let you know that I count that as an honor, and I count that, and I will entrust it and try to make sure you don't regret hitting that follow button. And I don't want to give anyone to hit that block or unblock or unfollow button.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for leaving this with that. Like I said, I'm checking out Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's taken a break, which is crazy after the news today about people being able to put their 401ks into crypto.
Yeah, but ETH lit 4K today. I don't know if it broke through, but it was promising. I think it's going to break through. One last thing, and I promise. Do we have any tickets left in round 28 Pink Pasquale? Because I think I can go buy a few more tickets.
Let me check here. There are 33.
I bought the first 3.
33
and you bought
bought up. I bought 20 tickets. So
okay, I'm gonna go
67 tickets in there.
I'm gonna go buy 3 or 4 more tickets, and let's see if we can't get this thing filled up so we can have some fun DJing.
Yeah, I love this game. This is another rose to pin on the nose of our devs. Just
I've got one more story, and I promise it. So I'm in this space with Mark Powers. Guys are hilarious, and he had Alpha Dogs NFT. So he's an Australian. Greyhound racing is a beautiful, well-protected, well-organized, humane sport. And he's made a digital Greyhound universe, just like Formula One or just like horse tracks. You race around all of these tracks. You mint to NFT. You mint your pup, and they all come out with different stats and different coats. Mm-hmm. And you can run for free. For just a pin, it's on Polygon. That's the only drawback. It's on Polygon, but it has been so much fun. He gave me my first dog and some Poly to go out and play, and then I'm in a pool where the top 3 dogs split the pool, and my dog came in 3rd place.
Nice.
It was a push bet, but it was fun.
That is funny. There's so many cool things we could be doing with blockchain right now.
Yeah.
I mean, gambling obviously is the number one thing right now, but in time, banking, smart contracts, escrow, governance, insurance, things like that, I believe will be put on blockchain so that they're more trustworthy and transparent.
All right. Peace.
All right,
Thanks, brother.
peace. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Jumping over here into Actuator token, 135 days ago, we on stream took about $30 of Hex and locked it up for till day 7,000, which is in January 31st of 2039. Today is 2076 of Hex. That was a good year, 2076. So we got quite a ways. This is about a 15-year stake. So we staked about $30, and then we paired $30. After we staked it, we extracted the Hex time tokens right here, and then we attached them to a liquidity pool with Hex. And then after we attached them to a liquidity pool in Hex through PulseX, we went to the farm and we deposited that pair in the farm. And in 153 days, we have the value of that liquidity pair has gone from $60 to $171. And then we cashed out $14 of Actuator token already on 0x Bistro. So we went over to 0x Bistro, we took our Actuator, we put it for sale here. So we didn't want to hurt the price chart of Actuator, the Actuator token. And since then, we have earned another 2,441 Actuator. And if we want to see how much that's worth, we can go over here to Hocus Pocus Finance to one of their farm wizards, and it tells us that 2,000, well, this, let's see if we can refresh it because it's like 2,400. Not that it's going to make a huge difference, but yeah, there we go. So 2,400 Actuator tokens are worth 88 cents. So we've earned 88 cents for free, and our position has gone up by an insane amount of money. Okay, I don't know how to say this, but if someone is showing you what's going on with Actuator in these amounts on stream, there's a good chance that some people that have a lot of Hex may be doing this in the background and maybe getting a lot more Actuator token than that, and maybe seeing a lot better returns than that. I'm just saying, like, it is criminally under there's not enough competition in the space. It's still sitting at 21% APR. A 21% APR in a free token. That's insane. No lock period here. If you take your Actuator tokens and you put them in the vault, there's a 90-day wait period for this one. But you get paid in Hex time tokens. So you can earn Hex time tokens, go back to your stake. You can retire or basically pay back your Hex time tokens so that you're basically just playing with house money. That's insane. This Actuator is one of the, I can't believe, I mean, like I said, very few people in Pulse Chain know about Dark. And that's what it is right now. I think that when the time comes, people will definitely know about Dark. But very few people, they might kind of know about Actuator or know that it's liquid staking or that it's delegated staking, but they have no idea that there's just this fountain of money being poured out to people in a token that may be worth a crazy amount of money someday because it's tied with Hex and Pulse and T-shares. So check out Actuator Finance, Actuator.finance. I have a tutorial with Bill, one of the founders, that kind of walks through those steps, and it's definitely worth watching. Definitely, I would not sleep on that one at all. Let's see here. Let's go back here. Like I said, Pink Miss Well is sitting at 35K of liquidity right now, and it's on the daily. Let's zoom out here. So this is it against the dollar. This is it against Pulse. It is losing strength against Pulse, which means that somewhere someone is selling the Pink Miss Well. Like, there's only $305 in volume, but people are giving you guys a killer deal in Pulse right now. Like, remember, it used to be 13 Pulse per pink Miss Well, and now it's only 3 pulse per pink Miss Well. That's a great time to make some swaps right there. Dark matter against pulse. Like I said, this is the full chart right here since the launch right here. This one shows the candle, Casey's candle going up to the 135 and then dropping back down in April to $6. And then even more recently, it was like $5, low fives. People were picking up dark. This is insane. I think this is insane. I think this is insane. I don't know. I can't give you guys any more non-financial advice than now. Here's the actuator token we were just talking about. It's hit a bump and done a really nice recovery. Big spike up here, back up to 3 zeros and a 3.7. Again, this is most of this token is going to be issued this year, then a little less the second year and a little less the third, and then there will be no more issuance of this token. So it looks like a dump, incentive token for now. I think it could surprise a lot of people. Here's how Dark and Homie Don't Play That. It's got 12 grand of liquidity right here. It's following the same pattern as the others. Here's the Homie Don't Play That pulse chart right here. Let's get rid of those dump candles, and then you can see it's following the same pattern as everything in pulse right now. Hex, interesting. It's actually hanging on to its gains a lot better. If you zoom out, you can see my trend line that I put down here a while back, and I think that if this price ever crashes back down to half a penny or this area down here, anywhere near this line is probably a good place to pick up some hex. Wrap Pulse also looking great. You can see it broke out of our descending triangle right here, really busted out, and so now I think this is the sacrifice rate up here, right here, this bar. So yeah, look at that. That thing's broken out of there. We'll see where it's how high it goes and where it stops, and we can draw another channel or another triangle here. So shout out to Wrap Pulse. Where's my Pulse X? I don't think I've shown Pulse X in a while. Pulse X. Here's our Pulse X chart. It's in a much bigger wedge right now. Just ranging triangle right here. We'll see when it pops out of this right here, this consolidation. However, it doesn't look like this much against the dollar, but if you put it against Pulse, that is as strong of a trend line as I've ever seen in charting. So Pulse X seems to be the better one to hang on to than Pulse. Pulse is great because it's going to pump with the whole ecosystem, and you need it to pay your fees, so it's good to have some. But Pulse X, if you're betting on a horse, that's a beautiful chart against the L1 token, the L1 coin. Sorry. All right, no permissions token is from Randy Hilarski. No permissions group right there. Also same tooth and rest pattern that we see. Solid X is doing a little bit better. Like its tooth it's kind of continuing up after its tooth. So that's interesting. Magic Carpet Ride, baby. This thing is definitely done a nice bounce, and we'll see how high this one goes. 15K of liquidity. Here's the Dark and Pink Miss Well chart. This one has 18K of liquidity on 9-inch right here. This is V2 liquidity. And so there's equal parts of the two, and we're sitting at $6.33. Just insane in the membrane, cheap. $280 of volume. So I'm guessing there's like maybe some bots in here, like people are swapping. Oh, look at this. They're swapping about 2 to 3, 7 at a time. Let's see. What's the biggest order in here? It's like 4, 3, like less than about $30 on most of these orders right here. So it's interesting to see, because I mean you can see the bots here, and you can kind of see the patterns and amounts that they're moving in. And they used to trade about 20 or 30% of a dark, like it was like $1 to $5 of dark. Now it's trading 15, dollar range. See, look, even if you go back here, see, oh no, that's about 15. So yeah, the range is going higher for the bots. I don't know what that means, but I think the bots are picking up on the activity going on in here. Print token from the ink printer that Fast Abdul helped launch. You got champagne bottle up, champagne bottle down, and then it's just trending. So it's got that same, here's the tooth, shark tooth right there. Interesting. Proof of no work dev has his coin, proof of no work, one of the first tax tokens that I was introduced to. And he's doing an amazing job with the liquidity and supply. And you can see it just taking off, making a local high. It's still, I would say, I think that this is going to come up and test and break this all-time high right here, which is a lot of zeros and a 3. Like, this is market cap 299, liquidity 7K. This is, you're going to spend some money getting into this game, but I think he's got it handled really well. He's a smart dude. Carpe Diem, first retirement on the blockchain, is just ripping faces right now. Look at this. It's all the way back up to these previous levels of resistance and support. And it doesn't look like it's that far from a tenth of a penny. It's all-time high. I wouldn't sleep on Carpe Diem. In fact, you can go to Carpe Diem's website and you're basically putting money into your pension fund on a regular basis. And as you're doing that, the supply gets more and more scarce. Oh, wouldn't not? That's what a concept is. Kojak says, what a concept. And then you can see what goes on. And then you got TFC, where basically these guys said, we're only going to take profit when, through liquidity providing. So as the price moves through their liquidity band, they take profits in Pulse. And that has done wonders for the chart right here, TFC. Like I said, I threw a little cornhole bag into this baby once I listened to that stream with Timothy, Benjamin, and Brandon from Build a Tech. Yeah, very, very, very cool. Look at it. It's just rocketing. I mean, they're streaming. It's doing great. It's in the hands of not that many people. It's like 3 accounts that hold 90% of the supply. So look what happens with just 90% of the supply being held. Yeah. Wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah, that one's cool. And then they also dropped this one called Alamo. Where's the Alamo? Did I not save the Alamo here? Remember the Alamo, save the Alamo. Let's add it here. So you have the Alamo, which is inspired by some of the things that TFC was doing right about liquidity providing and whatnot. In fact, Alamo and TFC have almost 269, almost 270K of liquidity paired between those two. And then in Pulse, it has the locked liquidity. And it's a tax token. I believe it's a 1% tax token. I'm not sure what the sell tax is, but let me save this on our charts here. Yeah, and this, these charts, like I said, this is all that happens when people buy and don't sell. Price it's up to 10 cents. That's insane. It's been up to 12, almost 12 cents. Yeah, that's like, welcome to the bull market. Welcome to strong communities. Welcome to just people figuring out crypto after 10 or 15 years. That's just, damn, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You got the Hex time tokens. The ones that mature on day 7,000 are at 007. So they are, well, it says right here on their website. Let me just go to Actuator right there, boom, and then go to dashboard. And yeah, so the HCT 7000s are 43% lower than Hex, which is, you know, that's your delta, your time delta. You're getting a 43% discount because you got to wait 15 years. The 5000s have a 36% discount because you got to wait like 15 years, no, 10 years, maybe 10 years. And then, of course, you got a 9% discount because you've only got to wait 3 years, or about 3 years, less than 3 years for the the Hex Time Token 3000 days to mature. So yeah, they're just going to follow because they're a derivative of a T-share. They're a derivative of Hex. So they're just going to follow whatever Hex does. And I strongly believe in dollar Hex and above in the near future. So buy it for a penny today, thank me tomorrow, or don't, you know, just enjoy your money. Let's see what else I got. Ink, the incentive token, Ink token. Core looks like it's consolidating right there. Consolidating to $2 right now. The Dragon Believer token. It's climbing. It's doing a really nice climb right now up to regain where it graduated. It's got 12K of liquidity in it. It's fractions of a penny. Shout out to Matt War, our F1 friend and compatriot. Then the Bria, which is adopted from Rackham Racial. That one also has just gone wee and then dump. Well, not dump, consolidate. I don't think it's fair to call it a dump, but not as pretty as some of the charts, but pretty enough. I haven't looked at this supply to see exactly what, you know, how much is held by which people, but I imagine they're going to put the squeeze on it. It's got 136K of liquidity, 2.5 market cap, $2.5 million market cap. Not bad at all. Dr. Doge, as I was showing you guys earlier, this is a nice looking chart right here. That's just tap dancing its way up. More liquidity than market cap. That's wild. That's very few times I've seen that. So that's cool. Like I said, Hocus Pocus shows you your farms, whether they're the actuator farms, homie don't play that farms, 2Fucks farms. It'll show you these. It's a really good front end. It lets you withdraw, claim, invest. It's great. Hocus Pocus, shout out to those dudes. Pulse Market app. If you look at this, these are all of the NFTs owned by this demo address. But if we go back to the collection of this right here, we'll click on the smart contract up here. Then we'll go to priced. We'll see what's for sale right now. If you guys are thinking about buying some more fuel cells, holy shit. Okay, well, there were like 12 or 15 of these for sale not that long ago. And right now, I believe Hexy Armstrong, so other people went shopping and bought some of these that you cannot get. These are all limited. These are all limited and scarce. Tons of them have been wiped out, and they get paid every 45 days, you know, in theory, forever. But you got a J1 here. Let me look. Wait, what number is it? 100,000. Yep, this is a J1 for 50 die, $50 of die. Here's a J2 for $40 of die, and here's a J3 for $30 of die. So there's kind of a market being formed by the community on what these are worth, at least with a few of them being for sale right now. And someday, if you see some J6s up here, especially unscraped J6s that won the third lottery, oh man, I can't not imagine what those might go for. Coin Market League, so much love to Diehard Hexkin and Believe in Yourself, and all of you guys voting and retweeting about these projects and getting them up to as high as you can. The Hex community just like came out with a vengeance and took #1 spot dominantly a while ago, thanks to Wild SJ's tweet, and now it's forgotten. Let's see if we can bring it back to life with a couple votes. And of course, we got to vote for our buddy Carpe Diem. Shout out to Sylvan, one of the coolest people I've ever met online. Haven't met him in person yet, but I hope to one day. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to say we post that on X that we did that. Look at this. Elizabeth Max. Every vote counts right there. Elizabeth's already got that going right there. She's already doing her daily chores. Thank you so much. So cool. Yeah, I'd see maybe not, but I sense we're getting there. So yeah, here's some TFC craziness right there. All right, let's go back and give some love to Carpe Diem. Such an amazing project. We'll tweet this out, of course. And then, of course, we're got to give some love to Baby Dark. Baby Dark's all the way at 19. Now, here's the consolation prize. This is the thing that makes me sleep better at night. Is if you go to the categories on Coin Market League. Let's actually vote for Hocus Pocus first. They have no votes today. Poor Hocus Pocus. Give Hocus Pocus some love if you've got a second. Post this. And then I'll show you guys, if we go back here to this guy's going crazy. Is this the read? No, it's still going. 271 views. Anyways, if you go here back here to this one and you choose NFTs right here, Dark Matter is the number one voted for token out of all these NFT projects, which is great. So when they post this on Twitter, I'm always quick to be like, we're number one for NFTs. And I mean, oh my gosh, there's so many people that have no clue what our NFT does even yet. Like this, they just have no clue that it could be a lottery ticket and a piggy bank and an amazing piece of art and story. It's beautiful. I love it. F1. What's going on in F1? We had Budapest, Hungary. And then we have coming up, we have schedule. We have the Netherlands, August 29th and 31st. Wait a second. No way. Oh, geez, there's a summer. This is a summer break that Triplet I was talking about. So we have till the end of the month. I'm not going to be around on those days. I might have, like I said, I might have a Starlink, so I might jump in and talk, just checking on this race or whatever. But yeah, that's the Netherlands coming up. Interesting. And we'll be streaming about that. If you guys have not gone to squirrels.pro. Whoa, my goodness, guys. There is so much cooking over here with Red Squirrel. He has, look at this. This is the new Codex, which is like a blockchain scanner. So this is kind of like what we were really enjoying. We were really enjoying this with D-Bank, and now he's basically looks like he's cloning it. And you can see the 2 Fox, you can see the Hex, Pulse, Dark, and it's even reading my $1.16 of Dr. Dogecoin. That's really, really impressive. I have $40 of 2 Fox. I love 2 Fox. I love voting with 2 Fox. I love the liquidity pool we created there. Tokens that don't suck, but sometimes do. What do you guys think we should do? Let's check on the Pink Mistwell game. We got a few more, 36 out of 100, so we still don't have a full board to play that. But let's go to Pateus. We got this connected right here. Let's actually go to Oaks Bistro and see if any of our orders are ready to be redeemed. No, here's the $14 of actuator. We were paid in Hex, it looks like, or that's what it's listed on. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I say we go and let's degen a little bit here. Let's take our Dos Fox token right here. It's worth about $40. Now, if you just scroll over the balance right here, you can not after you hit max. Okay, before you hit max, you can hover your mouse over max and you can do 25, 50, and 75%. So let's take half of our 2 fucks. Let's degen and chase this insanely green candle. Let's see if it shows up on here. There it is. It's a Fitzgerald Company. We're going to buy 50% Fitzgerald Company. We're going to ape into that at all-time highs. This is a horrible idea, by the way. You do not want to buy. You don't want to buy on these candles. These are silly candles right here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Bria does have a pullback going on right now, so this isn't as bad of an entry. It's not a great entry at all, but I don't know. You guys let me know. We got Alamo, which is just melting faces right now. It does have a pullback right now. Not a bad time to buy Alamo. And then we have the TFC, the Fitzgerald Company, and that one is at literally at all-time highs right now. This is the worst time to buy this token. Let's do it. You know what? You know what's on sale? I do want to. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back here to Proteus. I'm going to do 25%, $10. I'm going to put in TFC so we can watch it grow. Thinking. And there's a fee on. Well, no, maybe there's not a tax on that one, but $110 order should not move the price 1.26%. What's your route, you numbnuts? Okay, I know why. It's because it's 2 fucks to TFC. If it were Pulse to TFC and we had $11 a Pulse, then yeah, see, there's like no slippage at all. 0.5% of slippage. But because it's 2 fucks, we're gonna eat some slippage going from 2 fucks into Wrap Pulse or Wrapped ETH and then into TFC. So there's that right there. We're gonna swap that bad boy, take $10, and we're gonna buy. It's gonna cost us. Oh, we have to set to unlimited. Okay, and then fast. It's gonna cost us about 2 cents to do this transaction. So we'll confirm that one. And then let me go back here to chat. It's like I'll do $10 of that. I'll do $10 of Alamo. Oh my. Okay, we have to paste Alamo in there because it's new. Boom. Alamo, where are you at? Alamo. And here's the contract address for Alamo, ends in 8041. Copy that bad boy, copy. Okay, now we're going to paste that up here. There's the Alamo. So we have to actually, yes, I understand everything is dangerous. We're going to lose all of our money in crypto. And then we're going to do $10 of 2 fucks to Alamo. That's going to cost not much, actually. And I think this does have a 1% tax on it. So we'll see if it swaps without increasing the slippage. Again, oh wow, look at that. It was a penny to do the other one. It's 7 cents, maybe 8 cents to swap 2 fucks in the Alamo. And let's see if these have even gone through history. Okay, so there's our Dr. Doge. And then I approved 2 fucks, but it doesn't look like 2 fucks went through. So I lost 246 2 fucks, or 246,000 2 fucks, and I got 101 Alamo. So okay, so the Alamo went through. What about $10 of this? So let's go up here. It's like 240 something. Yeah, 244,000 2 fucks equals $10 right now. We're gonna jump and grab a little bit of the Fitzgerald Company, TFC. I don't know why I didn't buy this earlier, but I really don't think it did because it's showing me the zero balance of the TFC token. So that'll give me about, about 2% slippage on that bad boy. All right, let's try this again. It wants about 8 cents. We're going to go fast, so it's going to want 9 cents. We're going to buy. So now we got $10 of the Fitzgerald Comp TFC, $10 of Alamo. Now, I think maybe we should go shopping for some Pink Miss Whale with the prices it's at right now. What do you guys think? Let's see. Could you please develop an open source website for me? And it did truly amazing. Oh, we're talking about AI still. Good day, Pulse Ray Vision, Condor, Inky 10 Zen. We'll start later today. Awesome. I can't wait for you to catch up on all this crazy stuff. Good night, Max. It's almost midnight and your voice is putting me to sleep. Thank you, and I'm sorry. And have a great night. Get your beauty rest. We cannot wait to see you in Twitter and on stream later. And then, of course, thank you, Kate Figor. We'll check that out too, sir. Cool. Where am I at now? Okay. I was wondering. I definitely think we should buy some Pink Miss Whale. Like 100%, we should be buying some Pink Miss Whale. So we'll take 50% of this, which is 10 more bucks. And we want to buy the Pink Mist Whale right there. It ends in B872. That's the one we want right there. It's going to give us it's crazy that it's giving us a 2% slippage, but it's definitely going to route through Pulse. No, actually, it's routing through Nope, Axis, and Wrap Pulse. It's bananas. Okay, so we're going to confirm the swap there. We're going to buy $10 of Pink Miss Whale, which will give us almost enough to turn in for a J6 fuel cell. Now it's only 65,000. We need at least 100,000 to send him in there. We got 65,000. We will watch the price of that thing. Boom, boom. And then, of course, we'll take a line from our buddy Rackham. I bet you Bria is already on here. I would not be surprised at all if we're going to do all of this, which is 10 more bucks. And let's see if Bria shows up there. BRIAH. Bria right there. Yep. OC98. Let's add this to our wallet. You just click this cute little fox face and it will add these to your wallet so you can see it. And we're going to swap that. We'll lose 1%, buy a little tiny dime bag, $10 bag of Bria, and enjoy this ride. So I know you guys love the DGen out there. Speaking of a DGen, still a lot of tickets left there, spots left there. And that's about it. So we've done all that. I don't think there's anything else I want to show you guys on screen. So let me unfreeze my cute little face and let you guys go to bed. Let me finish putting you guys to sleep with my groggy, froggy voice here. But I hope that I've done a really good job of explaining that J6 lottery is going to be like no other lottery. There's going to be 900 winners. It's going to be a game changer, I believe. There's not much dark matter out there for sale. It's $6 right now. It's got decent liquidity in a couple pairs. It's got very thin liquidity. I get that. It's thin for a reason. It's supposed to be thin because of the market we've been in since December. Like, jeez Louise. Pink Miss Whale is really cheap right now, and that's one of the only ways you can go back in time and get a J6. J6 is going to be the smallest collection so far in dark. Get as many dark as you can because the minting for J7 starts in about 17 days. So in about 17 days, you can get $6 dark right now and mint those fuel cells for J7. Go and vote for our art. Go check out Dr. Doge. Go check out actuator, go check out Zero X Bistro, go check out Coin Market League, go check out Pulse Market app, go check out Hocus Pocus Finance, go check out Squirrels.pro. Just go check it all out. I know there's been like a really insane stream going on with some very, very high level people that I'm definitely going to be watching tomorrow. And so any of you that chose to spend this time with me, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. I really thank you guys. I thank you guys just for being here and seeing what's going on. I'm still going to try to stream as often as I can, even though I'm got a job now. But I will have to say, I love my job. I really do enjoy my job. I work with some really cool people. So that's been a huge blessing in my life to go back into the job force. And, you know, I had a few experiences and some temp jobs and some short time gigs that were like, you know, oh, geez, how do people do this for 40 years? Like I was thinking at 16. When I got my first job at Burger King, I was blown away that people worked for someone else for 40 years. It was something that I wasn't, just didn't jive with me spiritually. So, yeah, I like my job and I've got some money. So I know at least one person out there who's going to be buying $6 and $7 dark when his paycheck hits. Just one guy that I've heard of, that I know about. So there's going to be that. There's not a lot of buying and selling in dark, really. It's like people just locked in their positions early on and not a lot has changed. We're going to figure out where that other liquidity pool is and see who owns that if we can. But other than that, like Hex T said earlier, you matter and what you do matters. And you're more valuable than even you can comprehend. If you use your wildest imagination about how valuable and wonderful you are, you would not, you're not there yet. You're much more valuable and wonderful than you think you are. You're stronger than you think you are. You're smarter than you think you are. And yeah, don't forget that. Thanks for being part of the best damn community in crypto, hands down. I think we should go out on Darkness Falls. Like I just thought about that when we were looking at the NFTs. And yeah, I'll drop that one. And then I'm going to hit the hay and try to shake this cough and get my mind right for the grind tomorrow. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You guys have a wonderful evening. Love you guys. Let's share my audio here. Let me go into our Telegram. That's the easiest way for me to find it, is just go into Telegram and then click on the pinned messages and submissions for art. Because somewhere up here is Darkness Falls. Come on. Nope. Maybe it's not pinned in here. Maybe I just got to go to a direct message. It should definitely be pinned in here. Like here it is. This is it. Right here. All right, guys, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna mute so you don't hear me coughing in the background.
Dark matter calling in the still of the night. Frequencies, fire, fuel cells ignite. Dark dark token shimmers, stars beyond flicker. The address which holds the evil unfolds. Strength in arms not quivering, evil never minting its hoard. Down this dark and dreary road, jackpots found their simmering. Hit the button, claim its share. Gravity hover in the cosmic air. Fuel cells burn, brightness lights the rays. Dark matter tempts this risky embrace. You've run deep in this sequential daydream. Vaporize, hold an enticing hero's fight. Which will it be? Mystified in these crypto frequencies. This lottery spin phase by phase. Evil address real in half the days. Winning mounds of unscraped sits. A dormant prize in this cosmic pit. Minting windows, chance takes flight. Fuel cells bloom through the coded night. Burn it, keep it, your mind is such a mess. How long can this go on? Fuel cells burn, brightness lights the rays. Dark matter tempts this risky embrace. Gills run deep in this sequential daydream. Vaporize, hold an enticing hero's fight. Which will it be? Mystified in these crypto frequencies. Scrape button glows, this chance to seize the loot. Evil stash rolls to the next group. Bigger pots, the winners rise. Higher stakes light up the skies. 33 phases, the finite journey's arc. Pulse chain thrives through the endless dark. Holder's choice, the stars align. Anti-gravity's ours, by this the grand design. Fuel cells burn, brightness lights the rays. Dark matter tempts this risky embrace. Years run deep in this sequential daydream. Vaporize, hold an enticing hero's fight. Which will it be? Mystified in these crypto frequencies.
Damn. When I say best damn community, hands down, look at this one from Elizabeth Mack. Ooh, that J6. I wanted it to win over. Oh, no offense to Hexy Armstrong. I love you. I love your face. But I was really like the pusher for this one. And shoot, there was another music video that's in our Twitter that I absolutely love. Anyways, go to AG Project or our t.me/anti-gravity saga to join those cool topics that we have going on Telegram. And yeah, that's about it. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you on the next stream. And what is it? It's lottery goes down in 420. 420, dude. The lottery's going down 420, dude. There's a lot of people going to be watching to see if this evil button gets flipped and goes live in about 4 or 5 days. Then all hell's going to break loose. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Ciao.